Greetings, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the daily market wrap for Monday, February 24th, 2020. What a day. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Position Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Let's check and see where we left in the market today. So the weekly chart already on the SPX had a gap down and a push down, right? So we can see we're basically holding some support levels here on SPX, basically where we saw the bounce last time a couple weeks ago. So very interesting stuff there. You can see on the daily chart. Right, we talked about this here at the yesterday in the live stream. We talked about it here at the lunchtime and everything. So we had support. So this is a very key level for SPX to continue to hold. If we break down below these lows and get a bearish close, right, we can see a breakdown out of the cloud, and we can see a test of the macro trend line. And of course, we have the 200-day moving average below. Now, keep in mind here on the weekly chart, we are still well above the weekly 30 MA, right? That was a key line that we talked about not too long ago in our live stream. So again, we may be seeing a pullback right here, but generally, I mean, we're not. If anything, it's just a pullback, right? So it is what it is. And of course, the percentages seem big, right? Because it's a huge move, 3.35%, over 100 points down. But again, we're not really in bearish territory yet. It's just scary because we're seeing these gaps down. So I mean, we're seeing the coronavirus and all that start to take get some the fear factor up in the market. But let's see what they do. Maybe CNBC will give us a market in turmoil, and then we can buy the dip on this one. So we'll continue to monitor that and see how that goes. But let's take a look at some of the price action today and some of our favorite stocks. Right. So we Tesla today, very interesting. Tesla is going to be has some work to do here. They have to do some testifying on their autopilot issue that they had that caused a big fatal crash a couple years ago, and so we just have to see how that goes for Tesla. But right now, spinning top, and we'll see if it gets below this kind of scene of the breakdown right here to test the prior inside day low with a gap. So we'll see if that's the case on Tesla. Piton had some very big call activity today. They definitely bought the dip pretty nicely here with huge volume today. It did leave an upper shadow, but I do want to see how it closes or how it works tomorrow. See how it closes tomorrow. See if we can get above today's high. So that's going to be definitely on the radar. SPCE. So this one has earnings coming up tomorrow after the close. So they definitely held up pretty well. Pretty good volume. Again, upper shadow right here. Took out all the prior inside day high levels. Again, we'd want to see it close bullish. But again, with earnings coming up here, we just kind of want to see how it goes and then go from there. SDC, Smile Direct, also has earnings coming up as well. And they held the 50-day moving average pretty well with some pretty good volume today. And a nice candle. So it basically came back into the inside day range. So let's see if we can get above that going forward. Work. This has definitely been on the bullish radar recently. A couple upper shadows, upper shadow, big move up and then back down. So that's really just a big bearish candle and then an upper shadow today. But pretty decent candle. So let's see if we can get above all those upper shadows. You can see I already have an alert on this one. See if we can close above that and get some increased volume. Maybe we can retest the scene of the breakdown up there on Work. A couple other earnings that are coming up here. We have HTZ. They reported here it was holding some general support levels, had a huge move up. I think they had a miss on earnings, and you can see they're kind of pushing back here after hours. So they like to do it. They like to push it up so they can push it back down. So that's what we're seeing on Hertz right now. Shake Shack. This has been one of those ones that just kind of gets a little wild right here, right? We had a big volume day right here, tried to work its way back up, a little bit of a spinning top today, and then right into earnings, had a miss on earnings. So we'll see how that behaves tomorrow on their earnings report or on their 15 orb. PanW is earnings that are going to be coming out not too far from now, but we had a lower shadow day. It did hold the cloud, so let's see if that gets any bullish follow through on its earnings report. Macy's. Macy's had a rough day today. It was definitely on the bearish radar. We saw some bearishness in retail altogether, but they have earnings tomorrow, so keep an eye on that one. And then we also have Home Depot coming up, so that's definitely going to be on the radar tomorrow as well. So to look for some good 15 orb action. Hopefully Home Depot can gap above these levels. We can get all-time highs and we can get a nice gap and go on it. Otherwise, it'd have to gap below here for maybe a gap fill on Home Depot. So it should be interesting, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a great rest of your eating. I hope to see you on the free YouTube live stream tonight on the Bubblehead channel. We do it at 9:30 p.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time. So definitely tune in. We're having a great discussion this week on when big money moves. So hope to see you then. And until then, remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.